This is Targan, and we are coming back with another game of Hades. And I'm very excited because I don't have to work for a few hours, and that means I have enough time to fail or not a couple of times. So we've got 20% into that one, which seems good. I think. Yeah, we're just gonna take 5 more levels in Pride, or do we go to Death Defiance? We'll go for Death Defiance. I think I said that's what I was gonna do. So
What infernal forge created you?
I wish I had more Titan blood. I wish a lot of things. None of that matters. We're just going to do what I said I was going to do. We're going to take the thing with the darkness
Heroes, mere mortals, same as all the rest.
for the bonus,
So
and
we shall put these
see
in the midst of
see
these
how it works
heroes
out.
and discover that they are quite different than the songs suggest.
The last time he said place, so Hades really likes to do like a conceptual talk at the beginning there. I am headed to Elysium right now. Ares at the very start, which we don't always see. I'm not going to give him the nectar though.
You bear Varatha, the eternal spear.
Ah.
Lost. Have you any idea how many lives it drank during your father's glory days?
He's impressed by the spear. You know, a lot of people feel that way. Attack inflicts doom. I don't think they're... you know... All of these seem underwhelming. We'll take the dash and swap it for an Athena dash later. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Ares boons are good. You know, I've never really given them a chance, so we'll just, we'll go with it. I shouldn't be using a bunch of my preconceptions about how this is going to work anyway, because it's possible that it's quite good. See, you know, frantic dashing, I don't think it's going to be as good as Poseidon's, but maybe contextually, you know, it'll be very nice. And money or max HP? This one's actually a little tricky. We'll go for money. Because 25 max HP isn't that big of a deal. And money could be like another boon. Which, you know, also may not be that big of a deal. But later, if I end up spending 125 on it, then I'll feel foolish. But I think we probably won't. I don't usually buy the Centaur Hearts anymore, even though I die. Because, you know, it's not important to be good at the game. It's only important to make cheerful decisions about how you think you're going to feel about it. Because no one knows what their Hades run is going to be transformed into by the future. I do love the Trident, though. Bident. I call it a spear, which isn't right, and then I call it a Trident, which isn't right, and I know it's a Bident the whole time. You can see it. I mean, a Bident is a spear. They're all spears. But, you know. There's an expectation, to be more precise. Alright, so Ares boon again, Ares boon again. And I guess, yeah, it does, do like a stun lock sort of thing, so it's quite good for that. I could see it being decent in context. I think the Athena one is just better for me because I'm, you know, careless. But perhaps it'll work out. And we're just going to take generic bonus damage. Generic bonus damage seems good. That way, even if we transition out of the Ares Doom things, eventually, we'll still have a good tie-in for whatever else we get. Oh, it's the It's the sneaky guy that I'm very bad at fighting, but maybe we'll do better this time. I think, yeah, he just moves around when you move, so it's important to be very brave. You know, I took some hits there, but it's still way better than the last time I fought him, where I took like a shocking amount of damage.
I've always found his conduct quite disturbing. At least it seems he's helping you for now.
In here, this makes sense, because Athena and Ares are both, you know, aspects of war. So deflecting with the normal attack, I think we'll go with... because that's good. We can lean on that. Because the Athena boons tend to be good for a player like me. I think maybe I was taking so many of them so often that I didn't realize that I needed to keep taking them if I was going to maintain my playstyle. But I actually kind of like the Blade Rift now, because, you know, you get your AoE denial from where you came from, so if you're worried about them catching up with you, it's better. Now we've got a better attack, we will take a... yeah, an Athena Ares argument, so we'll be able to get both of the boons. And we'll side with Ares first, because I think when Athena's mad at you, it's easier to deal with.
Decision on your part.
And Blade Rift widening up. We'll take that, a nice little black metal.
No one in our family.
Apologies, Athena.
Yeah, actually, this is nice.
Guess she's
Because,
upset.
you know, maybe I need to believe in the Blade Rifts. Because it seems like... Alright, yeah, so when you side against Athena, she just, like, you know, gives them invulnerability frames. Or, not frames, but... passives occasionally, which is, like, totally doable, right? Whereas, you just want to focus on a god that's going to make you not die when they're mad. Okay, and then sometimes from the sky. But she's forgiven us already, like always.
You see, I have my father's temper, Zagreus. I'm able to keep it in check, though I expect you to do your part.
And just like a normal Greek god, she's like, by the way, I'm not sorry. And, so this Death Defiance tie-in, it replenishes a use, which I don't feel like that's worth taking. The deflect making them exposed, I do like that, because we do get a fair amount of backstab damage as we dive and dip and dash around. Darkness over keys, I think, because, yeah, the currency is what we desire here, but I think, yeah, we're about to
That's a relief.
be fighting a boss before too long. Sisyphus or Pomegranate. I just love talking to Sisyphus, so we're going to go to Sisyphus and give him a nectar. That's half of why we got a nectar. After all, he was told not to help us again, so we're going to give him a nectar anyway.
I'm really very flattered, Highness. You didn't have to get me anything. I mean,
Because Sisyphus
your company is
deserves the
more than enough
world.
for me.
I figured you could do with something more than that this time around, good sir. Sisyphus, how can you stand it being here like this? You always seem in such good spirits, though.
You push your boldly here sufficient times and you might get a different outlook on things too. With the Furies all preoccupied and with my running into you from time to time, I'm positively doing great lately.
See,
to
he
take
likes me
as
too.
close as I can get. You got it.
For the mirror.
You can do it.
And we're just pushing totally into darkness here, because if we get one more level of Death Defiance, then maybe then, after also learning to play, we'll be able to maybe beat Hades. But, you know, there's a lot of mechanics that I'm not taking advantage of properly. Like, when I Titan Blood switched into everything, like, imagine if I had spent all of that on just one weapon, you know, and focused on it. But I like this way, too. We're taking the Daedalus Hammer over Charon just because often the things you get are very good. And if I get increased range, then I'm going to be very, very pleased.
Seems due for a little maintenance.
Alright, so here the special would potentially go through people. We'll go for quick spin.
They'll fear me with this spear.
Because that'll be like an AoE deflection, and maybe that'll be good. Time for a fury fight.
Hi.
Tizzy. Murr.
Please, I'm not a murderer. You don't have to do this.
I cut her off right when she was about to talk. I feel embarrassed, actually. That's right, Tizzy. You tell him. Never should have come here.
I'm out. This again.
And I die. Yep.
Oh, no. I can't.
But we somehow managed to take her out before losing another life. Man, I'm so bad. I think
Disturbing. Right.
I'm generalizing too much in my play. Like, I'll get a thing that has a knockback, like the shield, and then I'll just, like, be playing like I have the knockback for a couple of rounds and acting like I don't know why that's bad.
Which to choose?
So the coin purse, you know, we're keeping on leveling it up, but we've already gotten one of the bonuses, so there's no point in taking it any longer. We'll just, yeah, we'll lean into the Demeter one.
Should help.
Maybe we'll get her awesome boon. We're not going to spend the money on the Death Defiance. I think we'll be fine.
That's enough Tartarus.
Because if we can get a cast boon from her, then we'll have, you know, the thing I usually lean into. And also, once you have a god boon, you can get the combo boon, although they're somewhat rarer, right? And I know that the Demeter and Athena combo boon is the life regen when you don't have Death Defiance, and that is, you know, it's the best thing I've ever found in the game. We've got a trove here as well. Where are our foes? I would love to get a Hermes boon, though. I should have used... No, you can't guarantee the Hermes one. That's right, I remember. The Hermes one is one of the stacking things if you do well quickly.
I'll just take that.
Hey, and we do get a Hermes boon there, so... Because if we get the Hermes boon for extra dashes, then we'll be able to throw these blade rifts just, like, everywhere.
Am I interrupting something?
There. Satisfied?
And we got away with that pretty clean. And we get a big chunk of darkness. So if we just get 280 more darkness on this run, then we'll get the bonus life for the next one, and that'll be good. After all, there's a lot of ways to get better at the game, but the best way to get better at it is to have a bunch of bonus stats that you don't have to do anything for except pay for one time through agonizing deaths at the hands of your enemies, which is, after all, deeply traditional. Yeah, I think Athena on the spear is a good choice. I think Athena on most auto attacks, if you're going to lean into him, is good. Because you get the raw bonus damage. It's not flashy, but it's safe. But I do love the Poseidon one, too. And let's see what Hermes has to say today.
Expecting the air. That wasn't Demeter this time here, boss. No, that was just me whisking to you in a flash. Makes for a little pleasant breeze, I think.
And he's just showing off a little bit. Attack is 30% faster. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. We could get a ton of wealth. See, that's good, but 30% faster. Yeah, this is real good. And we're gonna pop this way for the Demeter boon. Demeter. I'll eventually say it right. I won't. And he threw the bomb, which I know they throw when they die, but I, for some reason, won't dodge. Now I'll dodge it. Look how proud I am of me. Little Hydras doing their little Hydra things. Do we give her some more nectar? I mean, I do like Demeter. And yeah, we will.
A little offering
She's
for you, good Lady Demeter. I'm deeply
she's
grateful for your
certainly
willingness to aid
one
me
that
in
I
this.
want to, you know, continue the interpersonal relationship with.
Acknowledge and accept your thoughtful gift of nectar, Zagreus. Would that the mortals showed deference thus.
Because no matter where the story goes here, like, I have a lot of sympathy
Why, but you're as
for the
determined as
lady
my
here.
foster brothers were when my sisters and I stood with them against the Titans way back when.
So here, yeah, there we go. We want to take the Crystal Beam, even though Snowburst is the rare one, just because the Crystal Beam is strong. And it suits very well to my playstyle. So do we go to Charon or Zeus here and just keep on stacking money? We'll go to Charon. And, you know, maybe buy 2 boons. If he's got them. Alright, yeah. So, excellent, we'll be able to get a little bit of health back. Oh, we can't give Dionysus the nectar here, but we do need to remember to give it to him.
Down there, man. I knew Charon would hook you up with what you need.
Alright, yeah, so here we go. Nectar life gain and a nectar. This is the best thing. I love it so much. And we boost Urge to Kill, which gives us a couple of percentage points. Gives us 4 percentage points. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. And then we will get to do a little fight here.
Hit me if you can, witches.
And this will be fine, yeah, because we're going to be uniquely suited to deal with these guys. The deflection is strong, and with our attack speed, we're basically not vulnerable to them hitting us with their stuff. And they have a lot of HP. There's these, you know, boss level characters, but yeah, we already sorted it out. It goes real quick. Have I not given a nectar to Zeus? I have not, so we need to do that just to get the item and see what it's like.
Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
So it's, you know, it's time to fill out the chest of trinkets.
I'm thankful for your piety to me, and as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
My thanks, Lord.
So we get a little signet ring, the Thunder Signet.
My brother Hades always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell.
I hate this.
Now he stews resentfully down there.
Oh, this is so
Bear the
gross.
brunt of his frustrations.
He's pretending to be thoughtful here. Zeus is gross. Alright, so when I dash just before getting hit, a bolt strikes somebody. We haven't taken it yet, so we might as well.
The Thunder God's might.
Thunder God's might indeed. All right, so Chaos Boon over Eurydice. You basically always go to Chaos, just because of how much of a big deal it could be. And also, we're not too far from having a completed thing. And also, we have some nectar to give to him, because although they say they're not impressed, they're impressed by the nectar.
Forebear of the gods, it is an honor to have met you. Please accept this gift.
And I remember I was supposed to be like saving the nectar to maybe try to buy diamonds, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, you know, give it to all the people I like.
Seldom do mortals or immortals think of making offerings to me. As I do not expect such token gestures, I am very much amused, and I accept.
So there's plenty of more hearts to find here, but...
It is not unexpected that you consorted with the violent Ares and now bear his boon. He still worships me, you know. Yet I would say he does not know me very well.
Because this book is like written by Achilles, and we're like reading it, so it's interesting that he knows all of these things. But you know, he's a very learned guy. All right, so we can get a bunch more money. I mean, yeah, we might as well take this. Either one of these we need to take for the prophecy, but I think we'll take extra money over the backstab. No, we'll take the backstab one, right? Yeah, that'll be fine. Because we have the Athena deflect thing into increased backstab damage, so this will boost that also. And we will get we'll get the Dionysus boon first, and then buy a tasty pomegranate. All right, yeah, we'll just pop Dionysus aid here, even though it's not the rare one, because any aid is better than none, I suppose. And we get lightning reflex as another level, which is probably what? Oh, just a higher damage on the bolt. And yeah, we'll buy the burger.
Easy does it.
So I did restrict myself with getting the Chaos Boon right before this, where I could have just sunk in my crystals, but it'll just make it longer to pick it up. And I think the fight should be clean enough anyway. Alright, yeah, so this is the one, and they throw down eggs, and you just have to pop the eggs, and then they don't become the dudes. So just another thing to pay attention to. Got it. Yeah, so, you know, it has the different heads, and it takes turns deciding who's going to be in charge that day. And then as soon as this one comes down, we use our nuke. We're about to get a Dionysus call here before too long. I need to just not dodge into the water.
Dionysus! You got it, man.
And now he's doing massive AoE hangover damage everywhere. They are all having a headache, thanks to the hard work of the bro Dionysus. And here we have our first egg getting out. We need to be careful about those. Yep, they are much easier to pop when they are in the egg form. The roof's falling down, but I just needed to get the casts down. And now, nice and clean. This fight I don't know what's up with the Fury fights. Maybe I'm just not like thinking about them very well. But I feel like I'm much better at the Hydra fight than that one. But we are closer and closer to having enough darkness for an extra life for the next run. So that's good.
Where do you think you're going?
You know exactly where.
Yes, so you know you get the Zeus boon thing, so predictable that that's the one that it would be. But we'll want to give a nectar to Dionysus if we can see him. Do we? Yeah, we'll switch to the Artemis one, and because I want to give her a nectar anyway.
Bye, Asphodel.
Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to give one to Dionysus. I remember.
Elysium.
Pomegranate or hammer. I think hammer is the definite correct choice here. Because if we get like any more tie-ins for attack, then we'll be in a good spot. So I don't think you can deflect these guys' arrows, and that's another thing. They can be blocked, I'm pretty sure, but not deflected. They are vulnerable to trap kill, though.
That one's rearming.
And while the prophecy wants me to do this other stuff, I want more range and more damage to distant foes, because that is awesome. And we're taking the Hermes boon and hoping for extra dashes. Or something else that's cool. Yep, and then we have these little guys. Since we have the good range on them, we might be able to get away with this somewhat. Because these guys tend to be like absolute murderers on my run. They're hard to deal with. But if you have the long range and you know that they're the enemies, then you can sometimes avoid total dissolution in the face of the foe. But it's still tricky. You don't want to be anywhere around them when they pop. That is for dead certain.
There he is. Olympus, I accept this message.
Specialist faster, don't care. So dash for the sturdy and the movements. That's good. So a Demeter's Zeus battle. So it's either that or talk to Patroclus. So double boon and make Zeus mad, because we're going to choose Demeter first. Yes. Normally I would always go to Patroclus. But in the context of this specific thing, we have got to go with the lady.
Why, thank you, little sprout.
And we'll take the Ravenous Will, because
You overstep your
we're
bounds,
gonna sink in
but I shall make
the
you
casts,
pay right
and then
back
it'll
to
make
you.
us stronger while they're all out.
He won't stand for this.
He will stand for it.
That will win him over.
And I'll just have to dodge all of his dumb thunderbolts. It'll be fine. I'm about to die, I think. Yep, I walked right into the trap. Fantastic. Well, you know, The good thing is that I was cocky enough to take this fight when I could have just went somewhere to get all of my extra lives back. The better news is that I think because of that, we're not going to get enough darkness on this run to get our extra life like I wanted, but that's okay, you know. Being bad at the game is part of being bad at the game.
My boon from Master Chaos.
And you can't be kind of bad at the game unless you're pretty bad at the game first.
That's quite enough, I say. You're still alive, aren't you?
And he's just, he's being funny about it now, but... Alright, we're gonna go with the Judgment one. So I get hit one more time and then we die. And so I run right into a trap. Classic. Just amazing.
I can do better than that.
He thinks I can do better than that, but can I? Can I really?
Hey, Hypnos, what would it take for you to let me through the locked door?
Ooh, a locked door question. It's about time we asked about that.
That's a good one. You know I can't let you enter your dad's private chambers anymore since you betrayed his trust and tried to run away from home. Sorry, Master's orders.
Well, there you have it.
Nothing for me back there anyway. Achilles, sometimes I fear that Father, if he learns that you've been aiding me, that he will not be generous with you.
Don't worry about me, lad. Your father's still getting caught up with work that I created for him in my mortal days. Besides, there's nothing he can take from me. We have a mutual arrangement, he and I.
I hope you're right.
He's laughing at me again. I'm gonna pet the dog.
You get pets like this, don't you, boy?
And you know, he can laugh all he wants at me.
So tell me something, Father, if you please, since we're more candid lately in regard to matters of my birthright here and all. Did you and Mother, how to put this, any brothers or sisters I should know about?
What an inappropriate question to ask the old man.
Never to invoke her here. Be thankful that you have no blasted kin. You've such weak blood and such a temperament.
Yikes.
Why then would you think I'd risk another such as you?
Not a very nice thing to say.
Fair enough. It's just not all such things occur as planned, as I am told from tales of your brothers and so forth.
He's not gonna like being compared to his brothers either.
Blast my brothers and blast you as well. All those who know me know I have no heir. You could not rise to the occasion if you tried. And there is no one else. You've only me. And I have only you.
Harsh.
Heartwarming. Anything good?
So 2 keys for 20 gemstones. That's the opposite of the trade you would normally want to make here. I almost want to sink the ambrosia into Titan blood to make my weapons better, but that's, I feel like, maybe not a great choice. 'Cause it says it's also for improving special items, and so maybe
Nyx isn't around.
maybe I don't want to do it. Deuce is here. Do we give her the nectar? No, we'll just talk to her. I want to save this nectar for, like, for Dionysus, probably. So that we can try to get his boon, if that's what we want to do. Because a lot of his are pretty good. And she's just being her normal, laughy self.
Can maybe use some rest. The prophecies appeared.
God of Heaven's prophecy, primordial boons. Yeah, so we just need to keep on doing the things that the prophecies tell us to do. We're going to get 30 keys for the next prophecy, so that would be a nice boost. He says some rest, so we're going to get a cutscene at long last.
The heavy sleeping underworld prince arises.
The
with
prequel.
feeling that the brief nap he intended as a respite from the rigors of the day or night apparently was none too brief at all.
So in the last of these flashback cutscenes, we found a note from Persephone who's like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
Responsibility-rejecting Zagreus strides down his father's hall, quite unconcerned
Responsibility
about the urgency
rejecting.
with which he is expected to behave under a set of circumstances such as this.
Going as fast as I can, you hurry up.
The door to the administrative chamber beckons just beyond the hall. The prince perchance believes that he may enter quietly, without drawing the notice of those laboring within.
You better not give me away, old man.
Suggest you hurry in there, lad.
And we are now sneaking into the locked door,
You're late, boy.
where all the scribes
The
are.
day or night's duties are sheer simplicity itself, at least at first, as when the prince simply signs in to signal the commencement of his shift.
Everybody's...
Oh, gods.
Get on with your responsibilities.
Do I have to work now?
Security reports concerning failed escape attempts from Tartarus require timely verification and official response, neither of which Prince Zagreus is fit to give. The often failing prince attempts to sort the ledgers in the fashion necessary for the proper keeping of his father's realm.
Damn it.
The hard-laboring shades responsible for the administration of the prince's father's realm merely look on at the prince's ill-fated attempts.
So I think what you're supposed to do here is probably give up.
Prince never paid suitably enough
But I'm going to
attention
keep on
learn
reading these
properly
because it's
how
funny.
to arrange the record bookings of the regions of his father's realm.
And I love the idea that they wrote a different one for all of
This set
these.
delicate responsibilities
Just
is
for this
easily
cutscene.
achieved, at least by someone capable and trained to do the work, unlike the oft-distracted underworld prince.
What?
And all of them are just critical. All of them are insulting about the prince. The narrator's having a lot of fun here.
Tabulation process, which the prince is ill-equipped to fully undertake.
Alright, so at some point you're supposed to give up and talk to Hades here rather than going in all those. Which we'll do now.
Prince's efforts to administer approvals to the judgment terms ultimately leave a lot to be desired. Enough, boy. At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to...
Maybe if I looked at every single one of them, Dad would like me better.
Father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So, can I go yet, Father?
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete.
So now he's mad at me again for not doing a good job.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
So, very ungrateful son here, who's being brought up in the family business, but, you know, wants more input, which is a tale as old as time. You know, the father knows that he's grooming the son to be a successor, or at the very least, you know, a junior partner in the endeavor, and the son chafes at the oversight, not realizing that he's on the fast track for wealth and glory and power.
If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me, as though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
And this is basically, you know, that dynamic coming out again, where the dad's like, in the family business, like, what do you mean you think I'm not treating you properly? The only reason you have this job is because of me. Anybody would be happy to do this work, which, you know, may not be true, but it's a resentment that you often see in that sort of dynamic. When
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever. Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
And then you have another part of it. This is a wonderfully written scene, right? Because this is like the sort of tit for tat that you get in these dynamics. And then the son is like throwing the failures of the father's life in his face. He's like, hey, you're only mad at me because you're mad that your little brother has the cattle farm and you're stuck here in the book stacks, which is true. But anyone who's gotten in a nasty argument knows that bringing up stuff that's factually correct is often a route to upset people.
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired.
You're fired.
was
I got
wondering
fired.
if you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
And there you go. Just typical thing. The person with more authority, the father here, he's just like, hey, not gonna have it. You are not gonna bring up my insecurities. And the worst of all arguments happen when both people are right. You've probably heard me say that before if you watch much, but you'll hear me say it again. There, it's harder to compromise when both people are right. It's harder to see eye to eye when it's a difference in priorities and not a difference in anything else. So, Aegis, tale as old as time. It is strong, to say the least. And we're just going to beat up on Skelly a bit here. The next achievement says I'm supposed to get... Oh, hey, Bear. Yeah, I beat Theseus and Asterius. I've gotten up to Hades a couple of times, but I have not won the fight yet. I've gotten to the second phase. I don't know how many there are. But we finally unlocked the hilarious railgun. And just moving on forward. I've got a couple of good passives. Like now I got the one where when you get a nectar, you get a pomegranate level up also, which is like really sweet. I love that. And Demeter's showing up again.
Motherhood's a curse, young Zagreus. Be thankful you're immune. You sprang from Nyx herself, or so I hear. I sprang from Thea, whoever she was. And I once bore a child too. Long gone. Her mother's work. Isn't it such a waste?
You really feel for the lady here. I mean, this whole thing, obviously, look, Persephone is the person who suffers most in this whole saga, which the events of this game are dealing with the aftermath of. But Demeter's suffering is absolutely number two in the situation. Like, when I read from Metamorphosis yesterday, like, she cares. Zeus doesn't care. Zeus is Persephone's dad, but he doesn't care about it. He's fine with it. Zeus is a jerk. But, so, Crystal Beam, even though Frost Strike is good, I really love Crystal Beam a whole lot. It's a good thing to lean on for jumping around. And I really like the shield. I think the shield might be my best one. Yeah, he only has 2 phases. I didn't do very well in the second phase. I, just barely at the beginning of it. But I had one where I had, like, a regenerating boon where whenever I didn't have any charges of Death Defiance left, it would, regenerate life slowly. It was like a dual boon between Demeter and Athena, and it was awesome. And I really leaned into that the whole time. But I've got to Hades, I think, twice, maybe 3 times. 3 times. But I had a bunch of runs where I was just, like, failing randomly. In Elysium, you know, when you play, like, when you get to, like, the 6th hour, sometimes you get a little sloppier. At least I sure do. But I love the shield. I love the knockback. And the crystal beams are, like, real excellent because they just are, you know, a casual way to clear things up. And if you get the tie-in that gives them chill, then they become, like, legitimately great, in my opinion. The great thing, though, yeah, you know, I failed, but now, like, I unlocked everything in the mirror, so now I've got, like, 20 levels in the rarity for boons. And a few levels in the epic one. But we're saving up right now to get the extra life. So here, attack hits twice but doesn't lock foes away. Man, I hate to take this, but the prophecy wants me to.
Aegis grows stronger.
Because I think the knockaway is good, but maybe. But maybe this will be alright. At the very least, I need to fulfill all the prophecies, so it's fine. Charon or Ares boon? We'll take the Ares boon, because right now all we could afford is one boon anyway. The game, like, I'm just continually really impressed by how it leans into dying as a story device. How you know, you have the same environments, but by locking you to the conversations that you have, you know, it makes it like, okay, well, it doesn't matter that I die, because I need to die anyway in order to have more conversations, you know. You can only talk to Artemis one time per thing, so...
You traveled rather far down there since last we met, my kin, and that means you have dealt incalculable death.
Ares just still being a total bro. It's always unsettling when Ares is nice to you. Alright, so here... Epic Blood Frenzy, dying's bad, but having more damage after it could be good. But I think here we just take what we normally do, which is Urge to Kill. Because I need something for Deflect. Getting it on attack would be fine. But I think it would be better to get it on dash. Just because I think my style of being bad at the game, you know, I think that it could really be improved by not taking damage more. But the shield's just very good for that anyway. But I need to get something to amp up the damage. Maybe this Artemis one will do it. Because if we just get a raw attack plus crit, then that should be okay. And we will give Artemis another nectar. No, we need to save the one we have for Dionysus because we haven't got his trinket yet.
Once we make it to Olympus, we'll go hunting sometime, you and I, you know? I like being on my own and all, but it's been nice talking to you like this.
That's like the nicest thing Artemis has said to any man ever, that she would want to go hunting together. Alright, any damage can be critical. Attack is stronger with crit chance. We'll take stronger attack and crit chance.
Time to hunt.
And then it'll be another Sisyphus conversation where I will give him the nectar because Sisyphus is my favorite, and I just give him nectar all the time.
Oh, but this is just too much for me, Your Highness. Thank you, really. I don't know how I can ever repay you.
You know, because, like, the Furies are always getting mad at him.
As quickly as I might have otherwise. Deal?
And, you know, as I've said a million times, me and Sisyphus are like the same. So we have to have 4 more conversations to learn a little more.
Does Boldy really keep you company? Personally, I would resent a giant boulder that keeps tumbling back down a hill after I push it all the way up there.
Oh, Baldy's not so bad. I mean, he's a good listener, a good,
Good listener, indeed.
Doesn't wield a whip. I rightly can't complain.
They did so good with Sisyphus here. And we will take the darkness as always. Maybe we take money. No, darkness.
Sure,
Darkness is forever.
Cheers, mate.
You get out of here this time.
If I get that tie-in that makes the darkness give me max HP, then that would be good, but I need more diamonds for that, and, well, it's been a while since I've gotten out of learning with anything different. I don't actually know if I can get diamonds that way anymore.
darkness.
Alright, so God fight, God fight. I love a good God fight. We're gonna side with Demeter here over Ares and just try to avoid the bay, the beams. Alright, so man, I want both of these for the thing, but no, we're taking Glacial Glare because we're trying to get somewhere on this one. And although those are both fine, and we need to take them eventually, getting chill on and longer casts on the cast is amazing. It's like real good.
Ares, forgive me.
I just need to stop running into all of their beams. Alright. Yeah, I don't have a deflection like I normally do, but I could be using my shield. But now he forgave me.
A war can only last so long.
Yeah, you say you're glad I'm having a good time? So am I. Like, I can't believe I put it off for so long. But that's also, like, a very me thing. Like, I played Bastion and adored it. I thought, you know, it was a triumph, like a tremendous work of art, and I loved it. I didn't, like, play it to death. I actually just played it one time, which is surprising for me, but there's stuff going on in my life then. But, you know, I knew I would like this. I just, you know, I never got around to it, and now that I have, I'm like, you know, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. So, do we take the Blade Dash? Yeah, might as well.
Let me see.
The higher quality makes it better in general. Pomegranate or Charon? We'll take the Pomegranate.
Gods grant me strength.
And increased cast damage is increased cast damage. These fights, the boss fights are always pretty easy if you have the cast.
I knew it.
Electo.
There you are. Redblood, I'm getting awful sick of seeing your smug face time after time.
They really nailed the character model here. Like her smile, the jaggedness of the teeth.
Have you thought to just leaving me alone and going
very
back
nice.
to wherever it is you came from?
You see, that is exactly what I mean. To think that Megara had to put up with you for I don't know how long.
But, like, I knew I would like the game, you know, because everybody told me I would. People that know my tastes told me I would and recommended it to me, but...
I better stop her.
Yeah, I don't know if you're invulnerable during a dash, but it seems like you might be, and, well... Obviously, you're not invulnerable on top of a trap. And the shield is only directional, but, yeah. Maybe that's why the shield is good, just because it protects me from damage, and I didn't know it. Alright, so now I just need to not get hit a little bit and she'll die to a laser beam. There you go. The laser beams are very important for my winning. And, you know, the chill, even though the prophecy wanted me to do something else, the Demeter cast with the Demeter, with the improvement on it, pretty foundational to me having any success at all.
Well, Father.
But you can't lean entirely into it. So I'm hoping that we'll be alright here. We use the coin purse at the start and then move to something else. We will move to... I don't know what the right move is here. I don't know if any of these are good. We'll take the Chaos Egg with us. Why? Because we haven't seen a Chaos Gate yet, and I bet we'll see one soon. Hey, there you go. We'll spawn a Chaos Gate. It won't cost us anything to go in, and maybe we'll get a really good result. Brilliant.
See you, Tartarus.
Of course, we've already got the diamond, but...
The Asphodel Meadows.
Here we go. And we get a gate right here, which is the best. So we spend nothing to go in. We don't have a nectar for him this time because we gave it to Sisyphus. We've given Chaos a couple of nectars, actually, which is pretty funny. Learn more by entering Chaos one more time. So there you go.
When you extend an offering to the Olympians, for a fleeting instant, it appears as though they are able to hear your prayer. Or so I have observed. How interesting that your thoughts are capable of breaking free, yet you cannot.
Pretty harsh. Alright, so... this is awesome. Not only is it part of the prophecy, but I don't use this special on this anyway. And it's going to make our cast do 63% more damage, which is like essentially the Chaos boon that we're always hoping for, is massively increased cast damage when we have this sort of build going. Which is my most successful build because, you know, you with the shield, you can put up a shield and then you can sit behind your turrets and it won't matter that you're not good at the game. No one will even be able to know. You can do a little knockback, knock them into the red water. They like that. Everybody likes being knocked into the red water. Oh no, I have been struck. Yeah, so we've got the Ares dash, and that locks them in place when they get hit a little bit, and then the turrets get to spin onto them, and then they slow them down. And it's just a wonderful 1-2-3 punch, because then I get to punch them. I thought maybe there would be a trove, because it's a big place. Alright. Pomegranate or Charon. We'll go with Pomegranate, because there's a couple of really good abilities that we have thus far that getting improvements on them would be nice.
Time to fight.
Because once we have, like, you know, the empowered cast stuff like we have, all we need to do is lean into that, get slightly better moves, and then, you know, try to not die. I wish I had the Athena dash instead of the Ares dash, though. For, you know, added defense. And we get a pomegranate, so 8% food, or yeah, 1 more second on the cast is just where we're going. Because we're gonna get a lot of damage out of cast. The Dionysus cast is also really, really strong, but we've got really good results with it in the past, but we're gonna lean into this one here. Alright, I need to quit dashing into the water. The water hurts. I just took 1,000,000 damage here. I don't even know how. I think I was just getting rocked by these bombs as they were entering into my view. Could have been walking into the water. Oh, yeah, if you're inside of the cast when you're doing it, I just walked into the water and died. I am literally the worst. There is no point in believing in me. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I took like 60 hits there. But you know, that's what you get when you fundamentally misunderstand things. Alright, so Premium Vintage. This is my favorite thing in the game. You get a nectar. and then you get max HP. And because you have the passive for nectars to pomegranates, you also get a random pomegranate level with Urge to Kill going up, which I think is just a raw increase in damage. So the Ocean of Red Water, once again, proving perilous. It's very sad what the red water does. But yeah, I have Athena boons so often, and then whenever I don't have them, or like anytime I change the functionality, like not having the knockback or like the attack, it does 2 hits, so it takes slightly longer. I feel like that was a bad one to choose, but at least we fulfilled the prophecy. And that's the good thing about the prophecies too, is it makes you choose things that maybe you wouldn't because you thought you liked something else, but at the very least you get a little bit of exposure to trying out everything, once. If you want your bonuses. And I very much want my bonuses.
For the house.
Eurydice or Centaur Heart, that's an incredibly easy choice. It is red Gatorade. It is full of electrolytes and healthiness.
Hi. You read my mind, hon. I go through this stuff awful fast sometimes.
And we give her a little bit more nectar.
Go through your incredible cooking awful fast, given the opportunity.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to give the nectar to Dionysus. But we got to talk to her a whole lot more to learn a lot more.
Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever?
Give me some stuff.
So generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
Yeah. Indeed. Lore is more than buffs. Lore is the greatest.
No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
So here we'll take the porridge, and because you get 4 things up by a level, so we'll.
Sounds good.
Feeling better already.
We get plenty of boosts. Feels good. And now we'll get to go to Charon and spend some of our money. Her song is pretty. I should have stayed the whole time.
Here's the fee.
Alright, so we will take Dionysus' Aid.
Yum.
And buy that. Do I buy the max HP? I just don't think it's worth it. I shouldn't be taking, like, any hits here, because we're about to fight the boss, right? Yeah. We shouldn't be taking any hits here. The Hydra positively melts to the Demeter cast. Like, it's just going to be, like, phase 2 before the crystals disappear. There you go. See, like, you can't beat that with a stick. Absolutely elite. Of course, that doesn't mean we're not going to take damage, because I have a habit of standing in the middle of their heads anyway. Yeah, the Daedalus Hammer really messed with my preferred shield style by removing the knockback and, like, taking slightly longer when you're hitting them. It sort of like animation locks you a little bit.
I'm empty.
But we're just going to melt down this phase 2 because, like, again, it takes absolutely no time for the Hydra to get popped. But Dionysus is pretty good here. We have 28 HP left. That's really bad. We just need to not get hit anymore. Yeah, right. Alright, yeah, it's fine. They're all gone, so now we'll just dodge a little bit, and the beams will, we'll take it out in no time.
And clear.
It's just that little bit longer. I don't want to say a number of frames because it won't be right, but it's just a little bit longer, and it really, because the shield is such like a fast-paced thing when you're like up in there, that it's pretty rough to sacrifice it. But if we get through Elysium, we'll get to the Styx thing, and then we'll be able to maybe go and sell the Daedalus boon to get 2 more of them for a different one, and that would be excellent. So Chaos boon, I mean, we already got a great one there. Do we want to keep on going with it? These are questions. We'll go to the Demeter boon, because we're trying to level it up anyway, and more conversations with her are good.
Onward then.
And onward to Elysium. It says question mark here. I swore I had cleared the final fight with the shield, but maybe I haven't.
Much nicer climate.
So money or Centaur Heart. I think we take money, because again, max HP is merely max HP. Money could be anything. Like if we get a Nectar, that'll be max HP, for example. And here, I just need to... Often in Elysium, I ignore, like, the danger of the environments. Okay, so the butterflies can go through terrain. That's important information. Also, there's a butterfly thing. They're standing in the middle of a trap, I guess, so they wouldn't be a problem for too long. But they do spawn the spirits. So we need to make sure we find, like, a safe, trapless place to stand so we don't get hit by the archers. But also, you got to keep enough vision on the rest of it in case there are things that aren't archers to deal with. Demeter boon over money. Yes, you always take the boon over money. Yeah, Bear. The crystals, they are everything in these builds. You just like you lean on the other stuff to try to like get away with whatever else you're doing. But we're going to just dash away, and the Blade Rift are going to deal with the exploding chariots. This is the best the Blade Rift's ever done for me. Because I normally take an absolute truckload of damage in these guys, but the crystals will passively deal with all of the big enemies, and then the Blade Rifts will deal with the smaller ones. You know, I never believed in the Blade Rift before this run, but until I started trying to hit them up close, it was working great, you know.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, so Snowburst. There we go. This one's actually really good. So, man. We'll take this, though, because it's the prophecy. Because if you have, when you drop all the crystals, then you take less damage and you do more, that's, like, really excellent. Oh, man, it is so good. We're going to take the Snowburst anyway. We got to fulfill the prophecy in all but the most specific circumstances. Hermes boon or money. We'll go with Hermes boon. Maybe we will get extra dashes. Yeah, I quite agree. Her design is absolutely marvelous. It's perfect.
It says, it sure is nice up here upon this mountain, not having to escape.
You've already married her?
Come join us soon, won't you?
That's not a very polite message. It sure is nice up here. Alright, so God Gauge automatically. Dash for sturdiness. Both of these are fine. We'll take the God Gauge automatically.
That's Godspeed, all right.
Clever. Is there a fountain here I have to drink? Yes. Ares boon or pomegranate? We'll take Ares boon. It's tricky. It's real tricky. We'll take the pomegranate. Because we've already got like a lot of boons from Ares, so what's the probability that we'll get another one that we want? Whereas the pomegranate, there's a high probability that we'll be able to improve a boon that's quite good already, and that we like.
I'm out.
More.
Alright, we got a little butterfly thing there. But we needed to pick up our cast first, because it won't be too tricky to deal with it. Now, it'll just get melted by these beams, and we won't even need to fight. That is the power of the Demeter beam.
Dionysus! Something for everyone.
And, you know, there are better calls for different things. The Ares call is really great for boss fights, but the Dionysus call for positively clearing a crowd, you know, is pretty good. It's pretty good. Athena's, like, makes you invulnerable and deflect, but I think Ares is better because it does a bunch of damage, too. Alright, so longer cast. One more second on the cast. I think we'll just take slightly more attack damage because we need to improve that. Maybe that's a bad choice. Trove trial for 100 golds. Yep, we'll do it. Alright, so we got AoE here and a couple of traps to lean into. But they're safe traps, right? Because they're just like explosions, so we'll just, What do you mean impervious? What's making them impervious? Oh, the crystal. Because the explosive traps, you know, you can just dive out of, and they will be less able to dive out of them. You animation lock them there, you dive out, and then pop? No. And then not pop, because he did not get hit by it. But we'll just stab him in the back with a shield, shield him in the back, shield backed.
I expected more
And
from
a
the
very
exalted.
poor performance.
Good enough.
How many charges of death define do I have left? I have 1. Oh yeah, my head. I need to maybe switch where my face cam is for Hades, since it's covering up the bar. We're gonna take the Daedalus Hammer over the Hermes boon.
You want to tangle with us?
Right, so Boreas charges up faster. Yeah, that'll be the thing to do. The other ones seemed a little annoying. Alright, so money or Artemis? Well, we go to Artemis. This is going to be the easiest fight, because all we have to do is shoot it. And the laser beams do, you know, like 1,000 damage each, like 900 damage each, so we'll just... There's an archer over on the other side, I think. Yep. And since the God Gauge leaves every battle, there's no point in not using it anytime you can.
Sinister ball of butterflies.
So all of these are fine. After I cast, we'll do the Seeking Arrows, blah, blah, blah. Crit, we mark things. Yes, this is what you do. So we have 50% crit native on the attack, and this will mark things, and then maybe we can get like big crit percentage chances that that'll go on like on the cast. And I got shot, maybe? I don't even know how I got hit there, yeah. There must be an archer around somewhere. Alright, so I have 63 hit points. I'm not going to get to the Minotaur fight again. I'm too stupid. I'm too dumb. I'm too bad. I don't even comprehend. It's the Daedalus thing with this shield. I keep on saying I need to adjust, and then I don't adjust. But yeah. I keep on acting like it's so normal.
Something's amiss.
In the name of Hades.
Ah, Thanatos.
Let's get this done.
Yeah, Then.
Scared I'll take more of them than you this time.
Oh, absolutely terrified.
Next. Death sentence. You. Time's up. You can't hurt me.
I can hurt anybody. I'm gonna die.
Wasting time. Think you can beat me?
Maybe?
I can't.
Here, this one's on me.
Prepare yourselves. How about you? Oh, damn it.
Nope.
Careful.
Absolutely wrecked. You know, man. In conclusion, very bad.
Happy about that.
Just so bad. Legitimately embarrassingly bad at the game.
Understanding is you had a little run-in with an Nemean chariot. Just kind of plowed right into you there, didn't it? You gotta watch where you're going crossing the streets.
Oh, and then he
of Jerusalem
blames me
next
for
time.
it.
Next time.
You.
But Orpheus is talking to Achilles, and we are going to listen in.
Modest, Lord Achilles, for someone with such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations to his name. You ought to be more like ever boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
Oh, fear not, Orpheus.
Calling me ever boastful. I mean, fair.
Would you look at where it got me?
Who is more vain than me, after all?
I've not the imagination to come up with tales as tall as those of our Prince Zagreus.
What can I say? I try.
Yeah. I do well for myself, unless I don't.
Who's the best three-headed boy?
Yeah, Bear. You know, Hypnos, he really knows how to hit you.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
Just talking to little dog.
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
I like the idea that Cerberus is annoyed that we've asked him how he's doing because he can't answer. He's a dog. Dogs know how. He's got a little tail.
Far less painful, really.
Ha! Is that your way of asking me for your old job back, boy?
Bringing
You
up
will splurge
the
upon
flashback
every
here.
freight of duty to which you were assigned.
Yes, please, Father, give me back my old wretched job, won't you?
Privileges are earned and not begged for, boy. Unless you plan to reimburse this house for all the income that we lost because of you, then you shall not so much as set foot in the administrative chamber again.
How much is the reimbursement fee anyway?
Whichever exorbitant amount the house contractor has on record. Now leave me be.
All right. How much does it cost? These are all just decoration things. All of this is just decoration things. But this is house repair, but it's just cosmetic. Well, we need to save these for the things that we can buy here. And then you can spend gems on keys and yeah, the design of Hades is wonderful because, you know, he is very rich.
I am so very proud of you. You always have been capable, yet now you seem to radiate with newfound power.
Sisyphus' lazy hide right now.
Megara, you keep that to yourself. She makes me so mad when she talks bad about Sisyphus. It's one thing if she wants to hit me. I mean, who cares, right?
What's in stock?
So here you could get a nectar to ambrosia split, which would be a much quicker way to get up here if you had the nectar. It would be an awesome way to get ambrosia, and then, you know, could spend it on Titan blood or whatever. Because I wish I had just a ton of Titan blood. I imagine there's some way that's not beating the first bosses to get more or sinking all of that in, but we'll see.
This one's for you, Three Fates.
And we've gotten the keys from Chaos.
Master Chaos just likes messing with me.
And now we've gotten all of those boons. There's no more to unlock here, so we can spend all of the keys on stuff. We do get our third charge of Death Defiance, though, which is excellent, and we'll take one more rarity boon and one more epic boon, rather. And take the first bonus damage, because that boon, if I get like a chill in anything else, then it's really good. Yes, Nyx is indeed the mother of us all. Her design is so awesome. But let's see what fate has in store for me after we wretchedly broker some deals here. So, yeah, we'll be able to...
Just what I was looking for. Here are your keys.
Get 7 nectars, and that feels nice. It's not enough to buy the ambrosia. I kind of want to buy a Titan blood. I'm going to buy a Titan blood.
It's a deal. I'm back, room.
A mirror buff for regen's health. Yeah. So that one is here, Chthonic Vitality, but it's only 3, whereas this one, Dark Regen, you get 30% of the darkness, or 60% at this level, which is just, I think, dramatically better. Because functionally, whenever you get a big chunk of darkness, it's also a huge health thing. So.
Hey.
We choose the coin purse. See, you start with the coin purse every time, and that gives you enough to buy another boon, and that's better than all of the other things, probably. Hey, Stygian Blade this time. I'm not going to spend another Titan Blood on it. But, yeah, it's got some bonus attack and move speed in this aspect, and we'll just use it, I guess. The Nemesis thing seems good, though. It's better than just 3%.
Nemesis.
Never felt it cut like that before.
Yeah, because the Qs I should be using more, and maybe that'll help us out. Yeah, I remember thinking, when I first got the ability, you know, you have 50 hit points. 3 is, like, so good, but it really gets outpaced pretty quickly. Alright, so now a Stygian Blade. And we get a hammer at the start.
Let's see what I can do with this sword.
So this Cursed Slash is one that I had before, and this is awesome. So 200% damage on the third attack and 40% crit. So that's great. This Curse Slash, I mean, it was fine, but it seemed like I died because I got poisoned, and even with the life leech, it just like I was playing too close to the sun. So we're gonna go with this Cruel Thrust here.
You're nothing. Fix that for you.
But this will be like a percentage thing, so we can use the AoE if we learn how to play properly. You know, we can use the AoE thing.
More souls for Stygius.
And then, you know, get the boosts in, get the knockbacks. Wow, 315 when that crit like that. So if I could not walk into the traps, yeah, this is an excellent thing going on the sword right now. And we get a Chaos boon early on. The cornerstone of any great run is getting to chat up Chaos. We're gonna give him a nectar. Because that's what I do. I always give them a nectar. And they always act surprised. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on it and all the possibilities.
Yeah, so we'll have one for Chaos, because I got 7. You know, one for Chaos, one for Sisyphus, one for Eurydice, one for Dionysus, potentially, and then one for Artemis. That's 5. And then I'll leave we with one more, and I know I was supposed to be saving them to buy diamonds, but I'm not going to do that.
Before venturing on in uncertainty. To my surprise, I must admit, I do appreciate the company.
Alright, so a bunch more foes, and then we'll do more damage. Also, we haven't taken this yet, so we have to do this for the prophecy, even though I really like this one, because getting 86% more of the darkness also means you're getting 86% more healing through that. Exactly, Bear. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have. I don't even care about presents. By the way, I have this in my back pocket, and you must accept. So a bunch more foes, and we'll go to the darkness instead of the keys, because the keys are fine for currency swaps, but the darkness gives us rarity more, and nothing in the world is as happy as rarity boosting. So yeah, what I need to do is get something. We need to find some Artemis boons, right? Because we've got the crit off of the Daedalus thing, but if we can get an Artemis boon for like increased crit damage or something, because we've already got a very high native crit percentage with that final attack doing like 40% more. Really good. I did have a duo boon one time where it was like, if they have the Aphrodite status effect on them, then they get hit with it. But you know, there's a lot of avenues for strength here. We got the multiplicative ability with status effects, which could be good, but we don't have any right now. But we got the Chaos boon thing as early as is practical. You want to get them early so that, you know, the deleterious effects are more easily manageable. We're not going to give another nectar to Zeus. We already gave him one early one.
I must have told you that his governance over the underworld is due more to the weaving of the fates than by his choice. Admittedly, he got the short end of the stick. Whereas Poseidon and myself, why, we've been doing rather well indeed.
And he's just bragging about his good luck here. This is why people don't like you, Zeus. So, Dash Lightning Bolt, bad. Chain Lightning, theoretically fine. Cast Beam Chain Lightning I don't like because, I mean, it's just okay, but then I have to go and pick it up. So this being weak, though, man, this is all lousy. These are all pretty bad. Whatever. We'll take the dash. I hate to choose, like, a base rarity thing when they give you a higher rarity one, because later on, if you get a boon that'll override it, it'll override it at, you know, the high rarity, I think. But the dashes that I like in order are Athena's Poseidon's and then everybody else's. Because Poseidon's is awesome, it does a lot of damage, and it gives you the crowd control, and Athena's, though, makes you not die because it deflects. So maybe she will see fit here.
Tombstone. Just great. Okay.
But we sink through them with our very, very effective critical attacks.
You've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight.
Because Athena, there's a lot of boons I would like from her. She's got a lot of really good ones. And attack being stronger and can deflect is the one that we want. So now we've got percentage-based increase. We already have crit going on. And now we have safety from it too. Because deflection on attacks is excellent for a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff, both melee and range, that you can deflect. And if you have it on, you don't realize how bad you are at playing the game pretty often.
Phew.
But the best duo that I've ever encountered, and I think it'll be the best one I ever see, is health regen if you don't have Death Defiance left. I thought I was going to beat the game on the back of that one, but I didn't understand the Hades fight.
Gods grant me strength.
And so here we go. We get the perfect increase to our percentage-based attack. I would like to get a good cast. I would love to get like a Dionysus cast. I mean, the Demeter cast, I'm always great on. Alright, so we take the Aphrodite boon over Charon. Yeah, because if you can only afford like one good item from Charon, then you should get the boon for free instead.
Ah, how I long to see you face to face. Until such time, however, this old means of keeping touch shall have to do. So you take care now, hmm?
A boon for a boon.
Alright, so here we don't want to do this one, even though it'll increase the damage a lot, because weakness is fine, but losing the deflection just feels bad. This one, blowing up other things and putting weakness on them, seems okay. 10% damage reduction seems okay too. I mean, not great, but okay. We'll take the rare one for increased damage, I guess.
Nice and cool.
Because it's also going to give them a status effect, and we do 20% more if they have 2 status effects, which we can't affect quite yet, but, you know, if we get anything that slows, anything, you know, that gives you something nasty from Dionysus or whatever, there's a lot of stuff we could do that would potentially be able to go in. All right, yeah. If we dash here, then the Zeus Thunderbolt does seek a little bit. We've got really good single target damage here. I love the setup here with the deflection. I would prefer to have Athena on the dash than Zeus, just to be like really, really safe. So here in the Trove, yeah, we'll take it. Get some gems.
Consider this a warning.
Not bad.
Darkness.
Excellent.
And the old man's cursing me again. Alright, so I... Like, my timer's running. It doesn't matter.
Charon's shot.
We get a little boost of money there. Now we can afford...
I'll take this one.
Alright, so Call turns me into an Impervious Braidrith. This thing is the Madman. This thing does, like, when you get it leveled up, even just a little bit, when it's at max, you can do, like, a good 1,000 damage on a boss. And it's Megara.
I heard what happened. You crossed the river of flame. You really did it.
Well, yeah, of course I really did it.
That Hydra was a total bastard, though. Bastards. But you sound practically impressed with me there, Meg. I feel so flattered.
You'll soon feel something else. I don't know how you did it, but it changes nothing.
But, so, before the boss fight, I'm going to leave you right here. I need to take a 2-minute break and go and grab a drink from upstairs. But I'll be right back for more Hades. You know, the best time to leave is with the sick boss music. Megara, first of the Furies. Let us go then, you and I.
I think not.
Alright, so the deflection is not quite fast enough there with the attack speed of this weapon to get her, but... Alright, so 40 HP left. We're in fine shape. The dash doing some Thunderbolt damage is actually solid here. Not great, but solid. And we're just going to go Blade Rift mode. Oh, it didn't make me impervious? Alright. I get the kill right before... Normally I die right before we finish up the Fury. So there we get the Vanquish.
Got you that time, Meg.
The Darkness comes up. We'll get the boost. And that'll give us a bunch of health. But I think the Fountain normally heals us up the rest of the way. Between the Darkness and the Fountain.
Do bathe yourself in magma when you get to Asphodel.
Don't mind me, Father.
Thanks, Dad.
Try another one, maybe.
And we're gonna go to the Demeter boon because we hope for her cast, but we also, you know, we're trying to get more interactions with her in general. We still got our 3 charges of Death Defiance left. Starting with 50 HP additional from the passives is pretty excellent, and it makes it almost unnoticeable that you're not getting the extra HP earlier. Because normally, like, whenever I was first learning, I was like always Centaur Hearts, but, you know, it's better to be strong than to have slightly more max HP, because as every video game teaches you in RPG world, your max HP only matters when you're at it. Other than that, your effective HP is what matters. If you can get damage reduction or evasion, anything like that, then, you know, if your max HP is 10,000, but you're always at 8k, your effective HP is only 8. Which is a conversation you get to have lots of fun times in World of Warcraft, to varying degrees of success. Some people think big number is good, but actually it's slightly more complicated than that. Alright, if I can not walk into the red water. It's not really successful so far. I keep walking into the red water. The knockback in Asphodel is actually wonderful, because, well, while if you're an idiot, you'll do what I do and fall into the red water. If you're a smart person, you can knock your enemies into it pretty easily. Hermes Boon. We want 30% faster attack speed. We want any faster attack speed. But there's a lot of good Hermes Boons. An extra dash is excellent. Faster movement and sturdy sprinting is good, but I think we're just going to go with extra dash. Because being able to do 3 dashes is its own special kind of, okay, I walked into the red water trying to get out. Amazing. But the important thing is, here we're going to be able to get a pomegranate, just like we wanted.
Keep them coming. Gods.
So here, yeah, stronger attack is stronger attack. The percentage-based stacking that we've got going on is superior there. We're going to go to Charon over a key because keys are basically lousy. And even if we're spending money on the boon, it's better to spend it than to just have another key, which keys just get sold for other currencies. Charon's going to at us again, which is fine. We're going to take Zeus Boon over Pomegranate. Maybe, yeah. Alright, so here we go. This is good. This is really good. So we get Static Discharge, which we haven't had before. But they're going to take Jolt damage, which is after they get shot with a Lightning Bolt, then whenever they do their next attack, it's like a delayed boost on them. But that's going to be great, since I'm doing random lightning bolts from dashes. There will be plenty of them to jolt our foes. Oh, and while jolt is on them, if they have other effects, then they take greatly increased damage, because I just crit for like 1,000. Oh, I forgot to give Demeter a nectar. Very sad.
Pomegranate on you, Zagreus. A hardy fruit resistant to a winter's chill. How fascinating they survive down there.
And of course, Demeter has quite a bitterness towards pomegranates, and it's understandable. And yeah, we'll do this. So Ravenous Will. No, chill. This is the one. It's tricky. Yeah, we'll take this one.
Shivering.
So even if I don't do cast as much as I should, anything that encourages me to will be nice.
Moving on.
And it'll make me do a lot more damage once they're sunk in. And in boss battles, you know, if you don't have a boosted cast, you're just supposed to stick them in them, and you get a passive boost due to mirror things. And honestly, anything that didn't boost my special, I just don't use my special very often on most weapons, unless it's like the bow where it's all I do. Yeah, alright. I have revised my opinion on Zeus's boons. Now I think that if you have a couple of tie-ins, they're quite nice. So the dash into Jolt is fine. But I think a lot of them, you know... Okay, so what do we have here? 20% dodge. They drop this faster. So that's not wonderful for me on this, but it would be good like if you had like the Artemis cast. So maybe we can hope for that. And in any case, we need to take it for the prophecy, and that might be the final one for Hermes, so we can get like a whole bunch there. Demeter over Charon, because we can't even afford one single Charon thing at the moment. But I think this is going to be just before the fight. Yeah, before the fight. So no fountain in here, but we will be able to give her a nectar just like we meant to. And she'll be like, nobody's as good as you are. And I'll be like, yeah, I know.
A conscientious gift, my little sprout, and I am grateful for your generosity. A bit of nectar cut straight through the cold, I say.
And she's happy. She's not even pretending not to be. And there we go. We get our crystal beam. The Hermes thing dropping them faster is irrelevant now, but you have to do as the prophecy guides. You have to, right? Like, and then afterward, you're free to write your own prophecy. And speaking of prophecies, here we are at Lerna one more time, but I feel good about the move again. I feel good about the game. Because we're just going to melt old Fire Pants here. Okay, I've been making mistakes. I need to be paying more attention to what's going on. Because the egg laying one is getting guys around and they're getting out of control. And I don't want to lose a stock to this Hydra. I'm going to, though. Yeah, I'm already down to I'm down to 3 hit points. So it looks like it's sort of inevitable that we'll take some damage here when the other ones come out. But maybe I will be able to behave properly. There we go, Greater Call, Ares. We'll be invulnerable for a bit. We'll be able to pop like 2 heads here. It's going to run out in 1 Mississippi. And I walked into the red water. I think we're going to be able to get away with it. I think we're going to be able to maybe, just maybe, not take any more damage. Maybe. Yeah, and I'll just stay here and melt it down from a nice safe distance. The bombs that it's dropping are not equivalent to mine, so we get to stay back here and very, very safely, very casually dispatch the Hydra with 3 hit points left. You can't see it. You might see the number in the bottom right, but I know my face is covering up the bars. Maybe I need to put the face cam in like the top right for Hades playing. I'm not sure. I have one thing on my OBS, and I use it for everything, because, of course, as you know from watching me, I'm not very professional.
My keepsakes.
So the Demeter Boon's leveling up. I think we'll take... So with the stuff we have... The problem with these is I don't know if any of them really make sense. But maybe we'll just take the Broken Spear point. And that way, if we talk to Patroclus, he'll be able to bring it up. So we haven't used his thing talking to him yet. None of these seem like they're worth doing. 20% move speed for 10 gold is good, though, so we'll just go ahead and take it.
Onward.
And once more to the top. We have already beaten these guys for the Bottle of Ambrosia. So we beat them, I think, 3 times total. But we'll take the Daedalus Hammer and hope for something good here for the blade. At the very least, hope for the ability to fulfill a prophecy. So what I need is another Demeter Boon to get chilled onto the cast. And then, when we have Jolt and chilled on them, we're going to do more damage all the time. So it's going to be like an awesome little 1-2 punch. Also, I'm thinking I absolutely need to get the next level in that one, because it's like I think another 20% damage when they have 2 status effects on them, and that's just absolutely where we got to go. So Shadow Slash. It's going to get 200% more damage from behind, so we're really going to be able to lean very heavily into to that. Modified. Stupefied. The Trove Trial would get us 100 life. We're going to take it because it's also going to give us coins.
Don't make me laugh.
You're going to watch in silence when you're doing your nails? Well, enjoy, and I will attempt to... not distract you, but, still be interesting enough. The lightning bolts are coming down now. You cannot tell, but I assure you it is the case.
He's fully recovered.
Yeah, actually, the Aphrodite boost to the... when they blow up to do the AoE, pretty nice. And we get, a little bit of money for it. It's nice. And we're just going to run in here to the Aphrodite. Boon platform. The area of the stage. And we're some of the way towards like what I would call like my generally favored setup here, which is deflection on the attack. Attack boosts, crit damage possibilities. You've got the Demeter cast, which is very much instrumental in my overall plans to deal with enemies. The dash ability is fine. I will trade it for something else, maybe, but maybe not. All right, so we've got all these before. Special does more damage and inflicts weak. You know what? We'll take it. Because this max life boosting thing, a lot of them seem like you want to get them early or they're not worth taking. So here, we'll be able to have a god fight and hopefully get through it relatively fine. We're going to choose Demeter, because of course we are.
One god or the other.
And then Aphrodite will be mad. Alright, so this one, it's called Rare Crop. My boons become common, then gain rarity every 3 encounters. But it's going to happen to only 2 of the things. So I think we're gonna take, yeah, we're gonna take the longer cast for the chill, even though rare crop seems fine.
Dearest, just in case it hasn't been.
Because I guess that one would be, you know, you don't know which ones it's gonna be, but if it chooses a good one, then it'll level it up just like forever.
Reject me.
Don't hate me, Aphrodite.
But it looks like we'll be. This one is a. This one's a fine room.
Let's give her a show.
We didn't take too much out of that. Like 30 damage, that's totally fine. And now, you know, when you get 2 boons in one room, you basically gotta go for it. And here we go. So now we can either get more damage on the weak afflicted foes or make them even weaker. But I think we'll go with more susceptibility to damage. So Charon or Athena boon with the boss fight. We're gonna go to Athena, I think. Yeah, well, if we go to Charon, we'd be able to buy 1 boon plus something else, but not 2 boons, so we'll go with the boon and stack the cash. If you have like 300 or even 275, it's good to go to Charon, because you might be able to get 2. But Asterius, one more time.
Wait, I never challenged you. The entrance to your chamber looks like any other pathway in
That's
Elysium.
true.
I have no quarrel with you,
I
sir.
didn't. Do you quarrel, sir? I do not quarrel, sir.
To step into my chamber is to challenge me. It is a custom since the time I lived and breathed in darkness. I will send you into such a darkness now.
Asterion. Sad boy.
I'll get you.
But we're doing good in this fight. We have 38 HP left, which is going well. A couple of big, massive hits. All right, now we're down to 20. One more hit and we get hit, but there we go. Ares is here, so we're just going to stick on him and do like a freaking 1,000 damage. And he heard the bell. Get wrecked, Asterius.
Most welcome here. Until we meet again.
I mean, not really. You are a valuable member of the ecosystem. And you have been treated poorly by many.
Well fought, Asterius.
After all, it's not his fault that Zeus is his dad. It could happen to anyone.
In the name of Hades.
So here we can just damage reduction or huge more amounts of deflection damage. That's what we're going to do. And just money, just money. Yeah, so when it's a boss fight, it could be Asterion any old time. Ah, it's him. He's returned.
Let's see who's better at this, Zagreus. All of you. It's over.
He's not kidding.
You aren't helping, Zag.
I wasn't trying to help you, Zag.
Get your own kills.
They are my kills.
There is no escape. You. Time is up. Find your own targets.
I won't. I'm gonna find your targets. They seem easier to kill.
How about you?
So these fights actually don't increase the timer. So that's interesting. Just a little silly competition.
Can't do that.
And we win again. No, we tied him. We went 12-12, so we didn't get a bonus, because I think you get a bonus when you beat him. But here we go. It is a tie. And we get our heart. It doesn't want to let me give him a nectar here.
You had your hands full, now you don't, thanks to me.
Maybe he only will accept the nectar if you beat him in a fight. Maybe he'll only accept the nectar in the house.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say when he gets like this.
Say, I'm not sorry, I'll do it again.
He's trying to respawn. Not yet.
We're just going to hide behind this a little bit. Okay, so they got the weird crystal thing. We need to pop it because it makes them invulnerable.
I'm empty.
And we're just going to hide behind this because, yeah, they're going to have archers. So we're just going to stand here and make them come to us. Okay, that goes through the wall. Important information. That one goes through the wall. I'm down to 2 HP. That's not perfect. Not at all perfect. But if we live through this, then we'll get slightly more darkness. We don't live through it. Death defied. That's our first charge down. We've got 2 more left now that we have 3. We're basically where we would have been, you know, in the other run. But that's not the point of progress. We take, like, 2 shots straight to the dome from that archer because I was focused on not doing what I needed to. And now slightly more HP. So more darkness or more treasures. Always currency over treasure. And these guys shoot out big fireballs, and then we send them back at them with our Athena boon. Okay, that one didn't work. That one did. And that thing charged me for 19? That's so much damage. And I'm going to lose like 2 fights here. Apparently, I don't understand how these boss fights work. I think there's more going on with these fights than I'm willing to pay attention to. Alright, so we take another trove fight for a ton of money, and then we'll probably not be able to spend it because I'm bad at the game. Yeah, we'll take that.
Champions of Elysium, now prove yourselves.
Oh no, it's the little explosive ones. I have doomed myself to death.
Damn it, one's come back.
And this is why greed is bad. Not really. This is why greed is awesome. I think I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, I barely took any damage.
How many times?
Now to collect.
And now we're up to 530 gold again. Pomegranate or max HP? Pomegranate it is.
Come and get it.
Okay, so there's some with swords, some with shields, and some with spears. And the swords do the AO... No, just the attack that sort of pierces through the terrain. Where are my enemies? I don't see them anywhere. And here we're just trying to sort of get out of this crush of chariots without dying somehow. Nope, not working. I die. I don't even know how I took the damage. But that is like, that's how Hades is. I look at one thing and then something that I don't even notice kills me. But, you know, that's the point of all the flashing lights, right? Maybe if I removed the numbers, I would be better at playing the game. I doubt it. I think I'd be bad no matter what. So, longer cast on the time? Yeah, might as well.
Zesty.
But at the very least, we'll be able to talk to Charon here and spend the money. Yeah, because the boss fight's after this, so we're going to spend all the money.
Coming useful.
And here we go. Death Defiance, one more use. There we go. Now it's time to proceed. So, when you fight the Minotaur, he's weakened in this fight.
Rematch.
Aha, the fiend comes crawling back once more, drawn as he is, much like the unassuming moth onto the flame of righteousness.
The flame of righteousness, very nice.
Righteousness. Are you finished? Let's get this started. I've come a long way.
Hear that, Asterius? Our fiendish visitor is begging us for mercy. Begging us, no doubt, to drop our guard. Together now, my friend, let's... What is the matter, fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken? Here, demon! A gracious audience!
The bonus backstab damage and the crit, we do very solid damage. It's not like amazing, but it's very solid. And we can get, when you get a crit on the increased backstab, then you really...
Now for the other one.
And Thesis is a lot easier to deal with when, you know, he doesn't have his friend. And here we get to sink just a ton of damage in on Ares with the Ares call. Okay, and now he gets his call. Poseidon, why would Poseidon not love me? Poseidon's my bro. We're just gonna run around. It won't last forever.
You monster! You have insulted me too many times, blackguard!
Alright, I have 15 HP left. But if I just get a couple more casts on him and don't take any more hits... There we go. Excellent. We managed to save our last charge of Death Defiance and get through the heroes with the wonderful Sword of Darkness. So we get a bunch of currency and can move forward.
You think you can just walk away from me?
Yes. You know, maybe the Broken Spear Point is good. Because, you know, you take some damage and then you get invulnerable for a bit. Maybe that was helping me out a lot and I just didn't know it. We'll stick with it. Anything good here? No, not particularly. Anything bad that we can sell? No.
So close.
And now, once more, to the labyrinthine exit of the underworld. So we get Titan Blood for 1200. We're not going to be able to afford that. We'll take the Athena boon here.
Just what I need.
We cannot effectively communicate with Charon from Olympus, but he is amenable to certain trades and seems unfettered by your father's influence.
So we can get we'll get one more Deathless Stand here, so longer impervious things for Death Defiance, and now we have 2 charges of it again. And we'll just charge through here. So Athena boon first, because her stuff's good.
Okay.
And here is where the crystals really shine, because there's a lot of enemies that are like really nasty, like these rats, but you just throw these down, and then you don't have to be too close to them, and they'll just soak in all the damage you want to do from far away. And you get to avoid the nastiness. Of course, it doesn't work when you have these deuces and all the traps are around, or gorgons rather, not deuces. Deuces are pal, and that's the name of just one of them. You have 1 nail done now? Congratulations! That is some of the nails that you have.
Snake stones.
And here we'll hide behind the pillar. This is what our whole build is based around. It shoots the laser beams, and it won't do anything, and then we will just kill the boss in a fair fight, just like that. Now we'll have to hide behind this other pillar. We'll be okay. This is this is riveting. This is how to live, though. If you hang out anywhere else in this room, it's dangerous. But if you just hang out behind this pillar and shoot your little crystals, then it can't hurt you. And here we have a laser beam fight between their laser beams and my laser beams. And it's like real sketchy, but if I just hide behind this one pillar, then I'm safe. And, it may be boring, but if it's smart, what does it matter? There we go, at last. That was clumsy and terrible. So, 10% damage resistance, yeah, might as well.
Enough of this place. A moment's rest. Maybe it's in here.
Bunch of life, yeah.
stash away my boons.
Oh, there's a special cup there on the ground, and I didn't get it.
Poison cure.
Oh, there's another special cup on the ground, and I didn't get it. You know, what's the point of wealth if you don't even pick it up? It's like whenever I was a kid, my dad would be like, you know, if Bill Gates saw a $100 bill on the ground, he would lose money to pick it up. And I'd be like, but wouldn't he do it? Wouldn't he get it anyway, though? You know, just to give it to somebody? Just so somebody else couldn't have it? No, that's not fair. I guess the poison keeps on ticking for an extended period of time. We're about to lose a charge of life to these laser beams, probably.
Weak.
Oh, no, we're going to lose a charge of life to poison. Fantastic.
Death and destruction.
Not yet. Olympus, I accept this message.
And here we go. Lightning bolt effects have a chance to strike twice, and it's also a fated prophecy, so we will take it. Closer and closer to figuring out what we want without the interaction of the prophecies. So we're just going to continue on.
I'm back.
We've got 300 now. I think we take the Ares boon.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
I give to you this token of respect.
Yeah, so we'll take this Blood Frenzy. 30% more damage after Death Defiance. We're going to take it because I assume we're going to die in the encounter with Hades, right? But if, and this is a big if we win the fight, you know, maybe the Death Defiance damage boost will be part of that success. So I've never beat Hades before. I don't think, like, I'm not spoiled on the game at all. Like, I don't know what goes on, but I suspect that Hades is not the final boss, even if credits roll. Like, I just suspect that he's not. Generally, the structure of a game is such that
Doesn't taste like anything.
such an obviously telegraphed villain would be different. But here we go. We get a fountain and the Seder sack.
Entire sack of something.
So we could keep on going through here, because now we could go and fight Hades, but is it worth it to go through? We could get more money and another pomegranate. So the thing is I have to weigh how good I think these abilities are going to be versus how good it will be to not potentially take more damage. Now, if I go through, we'll get one pomegranate and probably enough money to buy another pomegranate. But will I lose any health? You know, this is just where I have to make the choice, and I think we're going to take the fight now. I think
the prince's foul offering.
I think the advantages of getting slightly more strength on my abilities are not. I don't think they are the same as the advantage of keeping my 178 hit points and my Death Defiance level. If there were boons I was going to get, I'd be more inclined to it, because I would think, okay, maybe I can get a boon that's going to, you know, be a really big deal. But the just one level increase there, I think it's not worth it. So let's take the Hades fight. I think this is the 4th time we fought Hades. We've never won. I expect he'll be here again. And here he is.
I'm here, Father. Come on.
My brothers and my sisters and myself, we too wanted to slay our parents. The Titans. Bastards. And worse.
And Hades points out that this is, you know, the circle of life for the
Some of them
gods.
into many tiny bits and sprinkled them throughout the pits of Tartarus so they can't regenerate.
Yep. This is what it's all about. Alright, so these skulls, those were what I wasn't blowing up in the previous time, and that's what I absolutely have to be blowing up. Yeah, so we need to just be moving on to the skulls so that they don't do that explosion. That's what I was taking the damage from. I thought that was like... I just wasn't paying enough attention in the past. So now we've got our... he's mad.
Blood and death, together hand in hand.
And we'll be able to sink like a good, like, yeah, 2,000 HP there on him.
Darkness.
38 hit points. Alright, I need to pay more attention to his animations, because there's got to be a way to find out whenever he's going to be doing these moves, and I'm just not looking at him close enough. But we need to not get distracted by all of these ads to get the skulls that... Yep, never mind. There we go. Death Defiance. Last chance. Got 120 HP, but now we have the boost in damage from the Ares ability. Alright, so here we go. And there's phase 1 again.
You strike at your own father. What choice does that
I'm gonna lose again. I can tell I'm not good enough at this game to win. What? No, don't. Alright, and these things, like, explode. We don't want to be around them. Alright, and his AoE thing makes them blow up, so we extra don't want to be around him. Alright, and you get a little light blue swirl before he does the AoE attack. And now he's going to do the laser beams, but that blows up the skulls, so you can't be too safe when the laser beams are coming. I have 10 HP left. This is not going to work. Oh, man. Oh. No, it's never going to work. It was never going to work. I'm not good enough at the game. Oh, well. It's fine. It was a good attempt.
Oh, he's tough for an old man.
The laser beams blowing up the skulls and then making them do the AoE thing, it's just too much.
Moaning and groaning.
What? Hey, you're back. Wait, what happened?
Got killed by a redacted, yes, indeed.
What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Well, it was a good attempt.
Don't want to talk about it.
I mean, it wasn't. It was fine.
Hello.
Say, Orpheus, you're not going to believe this. I happened on a certain nymph.
Oh, we're gonna tell him we met her, even though she was like, it was a long time ago.
Woodsy type.
What? Why, truly, I knew Eurydice resided in your father's realm, but I had not anticipated you would cross her path. You're certain of this, then?
I saw her, mate, in Asphodel. She's doing fine up there, all on her own. You said the two of you were very close, isn't that right?
We were much more than that, Zagreus. We were husband and wife. She was my muse. To think that we are doomed to be apart during our afterlives. Oh well.
Ah well.
Ah well.
A message I could bring to her if we should meet again, something like that?
I do not wish to trouble her again, my friend. Speak not to her of me.
And Orpheus, rather maturely, is like, don't talk about me to Eurydice.
You can't be serious.
You have returned.
He can be serious. We will listen into this conversation.
This is now, and we have work to do. Anyway, Thin, I think we'd best continue this discussion at some other time.
They were talking about me, weren't they?
You're interrupting private conversations.
Yes,
Zagreus.
they were talking about me.
Leave us.
No, let him stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
Rude. Let's talk to Mom. She likes me.
The Olympians look down on those of us born of the underworld. Is that my imagination, or what do you make of it?
The gods of Mount Olympus tend to think themselves above us, child. Or so your father often likes to say. He alone was relegated to this realm, and grew resentful of his relatives on high.
I can't imagine him otherwise.
Yeah, he does seem like a guy who's always resentful.
Another prophecy fulfilled.
But yes, we finished the God of Swiftness.
Lord Hermes on my side.
We just have a couple more Zeuses, one more Aphrodite, one more Ares to get. So we're pretty close to getting just an absolute ton of these little diamonds sorted out. Mirror, mirror, what shall we do? We want to take this one for the extra curse things, but yeah, we'll just save it so that we can get that one, I think.
Work approved.
We're gonna fix the problems.
Cerberus sheds everywhere.
We're gonna repair the house. The house decor we won't do, but we'll repair it.
Until Cerberus wrecks it again.
Oh, Cerberus is a good dog. He's not going to wreck it. And then I choose just enough to where I can't get that one. Oh well, it's fine.
I've come for questionable deals. Too good to pass up. Chthonic keys. Need more of those, so here.
And we grab our nectars. So, what time is it? 12:50. I don't really have time for another run, but I have time to start one. I guess that means I shouldn't. Gah. Agony of agonies. What weapon is it going to be? The power glove. You know, I did good with the power glove.
Our strength combined surely cannot be stopped. Malphon hungers.
I'm hit.
Yeah, I do work. I work at 2, but you know, you gotta slightly get ready before it. Ah, man, what do I do? What do I do? We're just gonna go in. We're just gonna start. And if I have to end it in, 20 or 30 minutes, then we'll end it then.
You found me, Artemis.
We'll just push through.
Not everybody on Olympus is a total disappointment, Zagreus. Why, someday maybe you could meet Callisto. She goes hunting with me all the time. But you don't see many woodland nymphs down there.
So cast True Shot. I do like this one, so we'll do it.
I'll make every strike count.
Because I like the Artemis cast a lot. And then, yes, Callisto mentioned, indeed.
Right there. Witches.
Yes, good. Nectar is my favorite. Not... I mean, there's a million reasons why Nectar is my favorite. It's good for the things. It's relatively rare. I have the thing that makes it give me a pomegranate. Which right now, can only go to True Shot. So that's nice. And we got a Chaos Gate there, so most excellent indeed.
That's better.
And normally I would go see Sisyphus anytime, but a Chaos Gate is like real good. And normally
Alright then.
you never want to pass it up. We're gonna give Chaos a little nectar. Chaos loves receiving our little gifts.
We can get to know each other, Master Chaos.
Your repeated generosity with me is starting to become a bit predictable. And yet somehow I nonetheless appreciate it still. Very odd.
Chaos is saying he's bored with how nice I am to them, but it doesn't matter.
Ladies, if you locate the one who called herself Persephone, shall it then come to pass that we no longer see each other in this way? Respond.
So Chaos now is realizing that if I succeed, that we're not going to be able to hang out anymore.
Master Chaos, I don't know what to expect from there. But to be direct with you, if I could leave the underworld forever, I think I would. Though I would miss you. Many others here.
An interesting question from Chaos.
Thank you for telling me.
They say they would miss me. What? Alright, so more damage or way more money. We'll take way more money. More damage is really good, but this one is epic, and also it's part of the prophecy. I'll take the good ones from the prophecy, and more money could be very nice.
Doomstone then.
I can't.
Yeah, that thing.
You got your hands on Malphon, the Twin Fists, I see. No ordinary weapon. Prone to fits of savagery, quite unbecoming of a well.
She doesn't approve me with my mitts, but it's okay.
Caution to the wind.
So, stronger attack and can deflect. So, deflect dash is premium, but we'll take Divine Strike because it's better, and then maybe we'll get the dash later on. Because these have a very fast attack speed, and that'll be useful. Plus, yeah, the massive increase in damage. Hopefully we can get her dash as well, just for you know, for safety, but I don't think the Athena dash can save me from like bad mechanics in the Hades fight. I'm gonna have to actually like do it right, so
Get dead. What's in the pool this time?
and we got a coin purse, which is nice. We're going to buy the money. Oh, I hit the special by accident. I forgot that I wasn't allowed to do it. The rare time that I use my special ability, and it comes back to bite me immediately. But we'll get more money, and more money is good.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
There we go. Chaos boon upgraded. So do we take pomegranate or more money? If we take more money, no, we'll take pomegranate.
Crushed. Who's getting punched? The power of Olympus.
Alright, yeah, so there we go. More damage on the cast or more damage on attacks. We're going to go with more damage on attacks.
Juicy.
Daedalus or pomegranate. I think we take Daedalus every time. So dash strike with greatness, more damage, flying kick. You know, that's pretty cool. I don't want to fulfill the prophecy. I just want more damage. Yeah, we're gonna take long knuckle because this is how I like got far in the first place, because it's a really good attack, and you soak way more in. We're gonna go to Charon.
Charon's shop. I can use
Oh,
this.
I accidentally bought the food, which is annoying. But we're going to get... I don't really care about that knockaway, but it seemed better than 10 seconds better power. Like, that seems very niche, like if you wanted the Hermes thing to level that up.
Please tell me that you didn't steal the most dangerous, unstable artifacts sealed shut within your father's vault.
Oh, I guess she hasn't seen me carry these.
It wasn't I.
I didn't take them.
Assurance to you, Meg.
You are a hopeless
He didn't
fool.
even notice me take them.
You know what you're doing with those things. You put them back exactly where you found them.
I won't.
We're only getting started. You better run.
I'm out.
After doing so well in this fight, then I take like 4 trap hits in a row and just sink like so much damage. But all I have to do is get through it without dying, and we're fine. And I think we're going to be totally okay. Yep, there you go. The deflect on auto attack or on regular attack is just too good.
Yes.
And 6 minutes in, we get out of Asphodel. We'll switch our coin purse for Demeter Boon? Maybe. No, we'll switch to an Artemis Boon because I want to give her a Nectar. And that's a good enough reason to do anything.
Might help.
I should see if anything for sale is good. Meh. We're fine.
Up we go.
And we take our mitts a little bit higher.
The Bone Hydra awaits. More Inferno bombers.
There's a spawner over here. I was like, where are these guys coming from? Oh, I forgot to give her the nectar. I'm so bad. Alright, so critical for even more damage. That's what we go with because we've got the critical cast tie-in, so that'll hopefully work. And Eurydice always... Yeah, basically always. Plus, we'll be able to give her a nectar.
Make yourself at home.
But I'm gonna step away for just a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright. Thanks for hanging out with Eurydice here. Got 15 more minutes, so we're going to give her a nectar. We can't be forgetting to give her the nectar. It is mighty generous. We are friends.
My pleasure. I'm always pleased to see you during my otherwise generally unfortunate travels in Asphodel.
Codex updated. So, yep, you know, we're getting closer and closer to having interesting conversations. We have to talk to her 8 more times.
What is it, hun? Oh no, don't tell me you've come all the way from Tartarus to ask me more about your good-for-nothing court musician friend.
Yeah. She's underwhelmed by the modern era of Orpheus.
I'm merely here for your wonderful singing, cooking, or conversational ability. Though, since you mentioned it, you seem
Oh, and
to have a lot
Zagreus is
say
trying to
in.
play, like,
Is there anything
you
I
know,
can do?
the conciliatory role here.
Orpheus blew it with me like an idiot, but now I'm supposed to be reaching out to him.
Yep.
Sorry, hun, but that's not happening. The two of us are finished. And you know what? I think we're finished here too, if you'll excuse me.
So we'll take the boon increase in rarity. I think. Yeah, we'll take it and hope that it hits one of our good ones.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we get True Shot and Tempest Flourish better. True Shot was what I was hoping for, so yeah, I think the rarity just makes them slightly better at being what they were doing. Because I knew that these things can't be leveled up, right? These are just rarity. And the levels are the principal ones there.
Bye now.
Alright, taking too much damage there, it's alright. So Demeter Boon, we take that over Athena, I think, but it's tricky. I think Demeter we have more prophecies to foretold, and you know we want the lore, so we'll go with Demeter over other considerations.
Fancy running into you again.
Oh, I needed to dash further away. I thought I was getting... Oh, I forgot to give her the gift.
I must admit,
Classic.
I have grown fond of you, young sprout. Nevertheless, I shall not spoil you like some ill-mannered child.
So either of these are good. Dash for chill.
Cool.
You know, we'll run right into the water, and then take this. We haven't taken it before, and it's not like I don't think it's that great of a dash. It might be good. I think its main thing is that it sticks a status effect on them, which can be very good.
Not now. There's something.
Yeah, I really need to get the passive boost that you get with diamonds, where you whenever you pick up darkness, you get max health from it as well, and that'll just you know, that'll let me get many more HP per attempt. You know, being good at the game would be good too. I bet there's people that, you know, beat the game without getting hit at all. It just annoys me thinking about it. Hermes or Charon? Charon would sell 2 boons here. We gotta earn Hermes.
Got your message, cuz. It says here, hurry up and get out of there already.
It's from the surface of the world.
From the surface of the earth. It says so right here.
And he can't bother to tell me who it's from, naturally. Attack is 10% faster. Well, that's what to do. 30% would be bester, but if we get this, then we're in good shape, you know. Faster attack is good. We'll probably lose a stock on the Hydra. It depends on which one's the principal.
Remember me?
The Artemis cast is not nearly as good as the Demeter cast for doing it. So the yellow one, this is eggs. But we can stay outside of its smash damage here. Yeah, it's eggs. Alright, I was too close to it. I thought we had distance, but we were not. So we're likely going to lose a stock here. It'll be fine. Okay, I don't know how that happened.
Oh, that hurt.
I think it was like right in between me swinging and starting to swing again, and then a projectile from way far away happened. It's just annoying when you have deflection and, you know, it doesn't deflect.
Not yet.
Alright, so good news. They are all better at fighting than I am. Man, what's wrong with me? I can't believe this. There's something, like, I apparently am too stupid to play this game. Like, changing the weapons is bad for me. Maybe I need to just use one weapon. Maybe I just need to use one weapon and never ever switch, because, man, I can't believe how badly I'm doing in this fight. I may not even win. No, I'll probably win now. No, like, look at this.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, that's right. I have another one left. So, yeah, now we'll win. What a waste. Ridiculous. Just shockingly bad.
Enough.
Losing 3 all stocks on the easiest fight in the game. Ridiculous.
Exactly what I need.
Like, I don't even feel like spending it on Death Defiance. What's the point? I'll just lose it again anyway.
Why not?
Ah, man. Terrible. Just terrible. Like, that was shameful. I can't believe that.
I recommend making a brief detour.
Yeah, sure. We'll make a brief detour.
In the name of Hades.
I don't want to do any of these.
Chaos, guide me.
So the rare, absolutely terrible set of Chaos boons. Here, I think we take Charon, even though Daedalus Hammer is good, just because I have so much money.
Should help keep me going.
Knockaway effects also rupture flows, slamming foes into barriers. Like, all these are fine, but not great. We'll take more bounty. Yeah, like...
Good enough to eat.
It's whatever. We'll just, take all these things, and it won't matter if we die. Maybe we'll get to talk to the Minotaur again. Hey, Minotaur again.
Huh. You mean to fight with me barehanded this time, short one? I'm not ashamed to say the champion himself defeated me in such a manner back when we drew breath.
Wouldn't say the twin fists of Malphon count as empty-handed, sir, though it surprises me to hear you could be beaten in such a way.
I was hungry and unprepared, inexperienced. No longer. Come.
Alright. Just the worst.
I'm near death.
Yeah, like it's hard. He's like bragging about beating me at the game, and I'm literally the worst player in the whole world. Like, you should just be ashamed that I beat you at all, like, literally ever. Freaking Asterion. Trying to brag about beating me. Like everybody hasn't. Alright, there you go. Classic. I'm not going to be like, I died on purpose because I had to go to work. I didn't. I'm bad. But it is fortuitous. Because I do need to go. So, wait. Where is he? Hypnos isn't here to talk trash. Oh, he is talking to the old man.
You're late with your report, Hypnos. Again.
Again.
The dead, of course, can wait, but I'm less patient. Now explain yourself to me.
Oh, well, let's see. I woke up, I don't know what time it was, and I made sure that every shade had been accounted for, just like I always do, except I couldn't find my list at first. Can you believe it? I thought maybe my brother played a little prank, and so...
Get to the blasted point already. I don't have all day or night. Your report, where is it?
I love how all the denizens of the underworld get frustrated by the night and day metaphors.
I found it over by the lounge. It was inside, but I am not the one who put it there. No, sir. So I've been making positively sure it's not been tampered with, that it has everybody's name, cause of death, place of birth, former body weight, any previous allergies.
Former body weight, fun.
Enough. Blood and darkness, that's enough from you. Just see to it the ledger of the dead is accurate, and get back to your post.
You've done it now, Hypnos.
Yeah, you sure done it now, Hypnos. But we will end the video now, and we'll start the next one by talking to people and doing the various housekeepings, because I should end and get on with my day. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for hanging out, Bear. I gotta go to work. I close the restaurant tonight, but I should be able to do a run or two this evening, so I look forward to that. But see you guys.